So, welcome to the fourth installment of the Wednesday tournament. We have at the moment 14 people, so it will be single elimination again. And this twist of the week is that we will be using lab weapons. So no sharp weapons, lab weapons a little bit faster and has more damage than the sharp weapons, at least from my little experience I had. And let's see how different characters will react from it. We will start with randomizing the bracket, so we have randomize 3 times as always. 2 and 3. And the first fight in the first round will actually be me against Gravus. So, we're using Parsec. Of course, my computer or my internet doesn't like Steam remote at all, so I try to use it as little as possible. We will also be using the training mode, meaning after every fact there will not be a full reset. The characters will just go a little bit more distance between them and then it goes on. For that it will give you 10 flags instead of 7 because it goes faster by. It here is. It still will be best of 3, so even if you lose a round it's not over. But if you lose 2, then Gravus. So, going game. If you need keyboard, tell me beforehand. And we will be using the void map. Let's player and we will be weapons. I will be on the left side and Sava will be on the right side. Everything seems to work. And we have Tarnowski versus Sam at the beginning. Let's see how this will go. Oh, I think... Ah, yeah, 1 second. I forgot to make it 10 flags. Quickly going there and making it 10. Versus players. Then let's get the first match on the way. Sava goes getting the first round here. So we switch sides for now. So he's now on the left side and I will be on the right side. I will be switching back to Isabel and seeing how this will go. He's staying with Sam, it worked for him, so no surprise there. And let's see if he can finish it now. Getting the second round here. Isabel better in punishing from a long range, longer attacks. But seems he get a little bit more of the hang the longer the match goes. And we'll go to the third round. See what will happen there. So think about it, if he's staying with Sam or not. He goes for Dennis. Dennis, pretty good character. We've seen that a lot. There's a lot of people don't like him, but he's a good answer to Isabel. So let's see if it works for him. Sarah wins here, getting the 2-1 victory and advancing to the second round. Pretty good Alex here, playing with the rage. In the next round he will be facing Mechanics. Next matchup will be Subu versus Apostle. First one is here. And Subu was also here. Subu will be on the left side. And Apostle will be on the right side. So if I remember correctly, Apostle will be needing keyboard. So yeah, Subu will be on the left side. Alright. Okay, yeah, that's weird again. I will try reconnecting from here. Just maybe it will fix it itself. Okay, let's see if you can hear me now. At least for me, it says that everything is alright. Oh, okay. It's better now. Said Subu will be on the left side, Apostle on the right side. And we will see how this matchup will go. If everything is working as a thing, I will reset the gamepad. Sometimes it's a little bit iffy with that, but other than that it should be working. Alright. Again, Subu left side, Apostle right side. And I think it will be working now. It seems to want to assign again. I reset it one more time. Right. No, it will not. The fight now is here. So, let's hope everything is fine now. Ah, okay, didn't know what the problem. 1 second, just should be working now. I will change the text in a second, but just want to see if it works now. meantime I will change the names as opposed to writing something. Oh, right. I will just give you both, should not be a problem. Alright, let's try now. Yeah, seems now everything is working. Injury kept going. Apostle going with Jacek. See if Subu can pick his character. Alright. No. Just reset. And now everything works. And we will have Bara versus Jacek. Both speedy characters. And Poster takes the first one. A lot of doubles in my matchup. Let's see if it's a recurring theme or not. And how both players will adjust to the little different properties of these weapons. The moment Apostle. Good slash from the right side, but nice sidestep from Subia, getting the wrist of Jacek. And now tying it 3-3. Again, it seems that the sidestep does have priority in this cut, often winning a trade. But there are counters to that. And we have seen here now back while making a double. And some shenanigans with the arms, especially from Jacek, but that's just the game. And nice B cut, catching Super in the sidestep. Now Apostle again taking the lead. A nice upcut from his left foot forward stance. And getting into the guard here. A lot of playing around this with punishes, getting the timing right. Because of the faster attacks, you can get in between the attacks of the opponent. So it's a matter of knowing the range of your own attacks. Now it's 8-8. And try to hit the head with the forward attack, but doesn't get it. And now first match point for Subu. And with the snap card making 9-9, it goes down to the last flag. And the sidestep doesn't connect from Bara, the sidestep from Jacek does. And the Apostle takes the first round. I quickly switch names. And we will see if Subu can come back from it or if Apostle will take it. Apostle now going with Hassan. And Subu taking the Jan. So complete the new matchup. Let's see how Hassan will perform here. Hassan, not the most popular character at the moment. Some people, including, say he's the worst character after my rebuffs. But maybe this format benefits him. But I would say Jan is pretty good against him. A nice hit in the head, making 1-1. Jan is pretty good against him because he has good stabs, and Hassan has really bad defense against these stabs. But let's see what our Apostle can manage that. Again, there's a hit to the face, but it ends in a double. Again, if you are at the edge of the map, a lot of times both can't retreat that good, so it's close range immediately. And this step doesn't kill, doesn't connect right, and now counters with a side step. Now, sometimes long recoveries from Jan's attacks. Apostle trying with Hassan to punish it with cuts of his own, using that fast attack speed, and make it 3-3 for now. And again, step doesn't miss, but Apostle doesn't go for it. Using the side steps, and then some double. Now the step connects, making 4-3. And we've seen, despite the lighter weapon, as they are foam weapons, you can get tired if you swing a lot. So you have to be careful about that. But if you're hit, it's not that problematic as with sharp weapons. Again, it's a close fight. Both of them looking for an opening. So we're looking for the stabs. And then some double again. The double or the hits reset the stamina, so you have full stamina at the start of each round. And again, it's the matchup of if Jan will be able to get the stab or can leverage his superior range, or if Hassan can sidestep it and punish the other melee attacks. But there was a moment, a lot of doubles, and Sugu managed sometimes to find a gap, taking a slight lead here. Again, the step goes through. And the push, but gets poked for it. But these corkscrew stabs, they're good, have long range, but if it doesn't hit, a long recovery time. Now, melee ends in a double. Both start close. And Hassan gets the head, taken off leg, making, but Jan answers immediately 6-8. And a double again. And 6-9, a little bit of poke, but it wasn't enough. Here again, he poked, but it doesn't kill. A little tired, but Super takes it, making 1-1. And we'll go to our third match. Let's see which characters both of them choosing for this one. Super staying with Jan, and Apostle going back to Jacek. No. A lot more speed on the side of Apostle, but again Jan with more range. But let's see how this match will perform. Not a kill, only getting grace. And Super takes the flag. That's the thing in these training things. Sometimes you don't realize that your attack doesn't end in a kill. But here, he doubles up, making it 2-2. Step doesn't land on both of them, but Jan was tired. Or I think both step land, but only grazes. Something not a lot. Some newer players don't realize that there's like having two stances, left foot forward, right foot forward. And here again, ends in a double. And you see that with the left foot forward, much more movement with his attacks forward, but where's guard? And with right for forward, fast attack speed, good sidestep, but not that much movement with his attack. Subu trying to go fast in and out with his attack, getting his longer reach, trying with the stabs and the chops. But at the start we are seeing a lot of doubles in this matchup. As the stabs often land, but the attacks of Jacek goes through and hitting the head. And both playing in range, as again, the stab goes through, but the attack goes through the head. Both attacking basically simultaneously, that's why we have a lot of doubles here. Try it again with this jump forward. But now he's tired. He's able to retreat. Subu trying to take the situation. But Jacek able to recover and making a double. Posture probably pretty happy with it. And the stab again only makes it a poke. And now the retreat card making it 3-3. And now Jacek takes it. Now both know they can make a hit, but it's now about taking the hit or making the point without letting it end in the double. Here again with a little bit of delayed cut. Now it's 5-5 again, and super able to push, making it 6-5. And Jacek goes to pressure and the double. Apostle every now and then trying to push. And now again just a wide swinging attack. Taking the flag. Making it 6-7 and Subu making it 7-7. Oh, 8-7. Both of them not knowing how this matchup goes. And now 8-8. And Jan takes this exchange, making 9-8. Really close matchup between those two. And the push attempt finishes this match in super advantage. In a really close matchup between those two. Winning 2-1. Now the next one will be Abir against Clemeno. Alright, as Abir needs to skip one match, we will skip this match for now. And we'll go with Max versus Landsknecht. The question is, Max still needs the Steam or not? As I said, Steam is possible, but expected to lag, because my internet doesn't like Steam at all. And we will Max will stay on the left side, as he's playing keyboard and doesn't have. In numpad, which is fine, it's not that big of a thing. And he's here. Let's quickly change the names. Max will be on the left side. Landsknecht on the right side. So let's see. Alright. And Landsknecht is here. So, again we go to the lab weapons. As I said, Max will stay on the left side. And Landsknecht on the right. Alright, Landsknecht also needs Quart. Here you go. Lance going with Tarnowski. We have again the Tarnowski versus Sam matchup. And here this one will go out. Lance, an experienced Tarnowski player, going aggressive, but Max, newer player of the community. Let's see how he can perform with these new weapons. Seems like both working fine again, so we can continue. Landsknecht, a more aggressive player with Tarnowski, and also looking for the opening. And both also have to adjust to the weapons. That's why we're seeing a lot of doubles in the beginning. See this. If there's a problem or not. So, let's try. If both of you are ready. Alright. Let's go again. There's some players using the escape or start button to skip the animation, but here we don't need to. A nice session for Max, making it 2-2. But dash forward attacks, catching his opponent off guard. A nice YX. The hit, cancelling it, and both hitting behind the enemy, but the Dusak able to take the kill. And a nice retreating card, catching the forward B. And again, in the YX, interjecting there. Step pokes but doesn't kill, and this one Tarnowski takes. Now after the initial double phase, fast duel between those two. Both trying to be aggressive, both seeing the opening, but now a lot of doubles. But Lance takes this one, making a 7-4. And now poke for Max, doesn't kill. Tarnowski a little bit tired, but it doesn't land. And the Rygat takes the kill. And here, left foot forward, Tarnowski. Very worse guard, but more range, more powerful attacks. We've seen the pro and con. And these hits to the face, not expected. So people sometimes need a little bit of time, and nice retreating cut again. Now making 8-9, close matchup again. And no 9-9. Last flag decides. Little pin to the corner and a double. Max, a little pin to the corner, but trying to feint. Let's see who will take the first round. Sidestep and snipe to the hand, and Max taking the first round. against Lance. A nice comeback. Oh, sorry. Max was there on the left side. So you can just take new characters. You don't have to switch it. And Lance staying with Tarnowski. Let's see how Max will do. Same matchup, it was close for both of them. Let's see. Lance sometimes getting punished for his over aggressiveness. Especially with these retreating cards, like we see here. And if he gets Max into a corner, he has to do something. And there he can capitalize on it. These leg cuts is something that we see the buff damage from. Normally, I think it wouldn't kill Tarnowski. But in this one, it often ends either in a double or in a kill, as the damage is buffed in this mode. And again, we'll see a lot of doubles in the early phase of the duel. And a little bit unlucky here. The hit for the Sorted. Sorted takes that. Again, trying to snipe their hands. And Lance getting a little bit of punishment again for his aggressiveness. That's the thing with Tarnowski, which is the balance. Getting into range, making the pressure, but not being too aggressive because of his long winding attacks. And these sidesteps are a good tool for that. Again, 3-3. Trying the delayed cut. And you see Sam a little bit tired. Retreat got hits, but doesn't kill. Again a hit, and not Tarnowski tired. And in the end, Max can take it. We reset. 4-3, Max with a little bit of a lead. Faking the YX from Tarnowski. And again, these retreat cuts are a menace at the moment for Lance. Because they come out so fast, especially after this long winding attack. He has to find something against it. And these Y top side steps seem to be a good tool for that. But timing is a thing here, a little bit too early, but taking this one here, now with a B. A little bit of a better angle sometimes. And again the back Y, but now Max into a corner, and Lance capitalizes on it, making 7-6. Again, nice B wide. Tana sidestep, a little bit of a longer animation, a little bit of a long wind up, but with a good range and good damage. And here trying with the left foot forward, but gets punished with the back Y. Close match between two, as we've seen in the other. Again, these high guard, low guard attack from Tarnowski, long recovery time. Can get through the guard if they hit, but dangerous to forward range, even though they have a combination. Now Max with the opportunity to win this duel, and the back Y gets Tarnowski in the hand, and Max takes this one 2-0 and advances to the next round where we meet Oak. Alright, Abir is here, so we now make get the fight down with Abir versus Clemino. And both of them are here. And both of them just need the gamepad, so we set the gamepads, and we will start with Abi on the left side, and Clemeno on the right side. Let's see if everything working fine, or if anyone needs keyboard. I think I have to double check if... Okay, Clemeno needs keyboard, so we will get it now. So Clemeno on the left side, Abi on the right side. Yes, Clemeno, you on the left. We make it so, it's not that important. Originally it was the other way around, but we make it, it's not that. So yeah, Clemeno left side, Abi right side, we go with that. Yeah, Clemeno was right, but it doesn't make a difference, so we make it now how we are going now. Oh wait, you have no input, then I will just reset the gamepads. And like here. Let's see if everything works well. Abi can choose. Let's see if Clemeno can choose. Yeah, both of them seem to be able. Clemeno going with Sam. Abi thinking about it. We're going with Barabash. Let's see how this one will perform. And as expected, in the first one, it's a double. Another long chop, a little bit more range for Barabash in this matchup, and the better side steps. But we've seen a lot of Sams today, a lot of successful Sams, and the A-Cat getting Barabash here, making it 1-2. Jumping in, but the back Y getting it for Bia. And sidestep gets blocked and the sidestep of his own. Again, if you just start and again, okay, that seems to be no problem. Let's see. So problem on the Clemeno side. Alright, seems to be working again. 2-3. And the upcut making it 2-4. This one a matchup with the saber lengths at least. None of them having that big of an advantage. But these long chops from Barabash, I think are the longest attack in this matchup. And here with relentless Y attacks getting his kill. Clemeno looking for an opening here, and now catching dash up. If it's just a short, does expect a lot of people wanting to skip the death animation and are not used to the instant again. That's why I like the training mode. It makes it way faster without the animation or stuff. That's why I use it when we don't use sharp weapons. Can I be able to circle around, making the fight be in the middle of the arena, not in the corner. And the sidestep into the chop, doesn't land, and Clemeno making it 4-5. Both trying with a little bit of exotic attack. And the sidestep lands for Abir. Getting into range, punishing that whiff, and again punishing the whiff of Sam. Let's see, Clemeno trying with back attacks, hitting one but doesn't kill. And the sidestep, again having priority, often doesn't end in a double but in a kill. You have to try for the grab. Again. Leg chops, doesn't land. Side attack, snipe to the hand, isn't working, and now bashes the blade aside with his hand. And now Clemeno taking a flag of his own. And now kick, but doesn't kill. A little bit of tired on Barbar's side, but not enough. And he gets a kill. Again, trying to push us. And now ending in double. And now sidestep, making it 6-9. Now 7-9. Clemeno using a sidestep of his own to counter the one from Abir. Again, both of them trying to find the range. And the back attack hits but doesn't kill. Trying to stab, doesn't range, and a double. And now the whiff from Sam gets punished and Abir takes the first one. And we will switch sides. Clemeno on the right, Abir on the left. Let's see if both of them stay with their characters. Abir stays and Clemeno also. Now, nice dash and getting a first flag. But quick, well, rather quick tying. And the long chops. If Clemeno throws these sidestep or these attacks out of range, Abir pretty reliantly is able to punish it. Now he's back into the corner. Let's see if he can get out of it. And again, these YY attacks working for him. Now the sidestep. Now the leg cut. Again, here we see leg cut with sharp weapons normally don't kill. But in this mode, leg cuts really deadly. And we're jumping to a good early lead, making 6-1. See, trying and Clemeno needing to find an answer for these attacks. But in the moment he doesn't seem able to. I'll be only leading one more, but the fight is not over. And no, both of them attacking basically behind the enemy, sometimes happening with wildcards, and Abir takes the second one pretty decisively and winning 2-0. So, Renter asked to skip his fight for now. So we will jump to the next one, which is Pikachu versus Greyjaw. Yes, it also seemed in his last fight. Hi. Mm-hmm. It seems if it's a combo, it just goes through. At least that's what I expect. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it. Let's see if it happens. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. See. So yeah. Yeah, criminal having ping problems I see now. Has been 200 ms. Don't know why. At least the ones before were fine. And as Super said, in this mode, if you make a combo attack, it seemed to go through. Shouldn't be. This one it was a pretty decisive fight, so it doesn't have that big of an impact. But if you see that in the coming ones, feel free to point it out. If it's a really close fight, something like that, we will see if we have to redo a flag for that. So Greyjaw is here. Let's see if Pikachu is here. He also connected, so that's good. So for now, tournament going quickly, which is good. We are nearly done with the first round. Some close fights, some upsets we've seen, and see if Pikachu is here. If not, we have to skip the fight for now, but let's wait one more minute. If Pikachu is not here, we will skip the last two fights of the first round and go to the first fight of the second round. Yeah, we will do that. So Greyjaw, we will delay your fight and we'll ping again when it's your turn. And the first one, oh no, Pikachu is here, sorry. So we'll do this fight. So both of you connect again. A little bit of impatience on my side here. And he is. Both of them are here. Both of them using gamepad. And into the Pikachu will start on the left side. And Greyjaw on the right. So, again, Pikachu on the left side, Greyjaw on the right side. Let's see if it's working. If not, I will just quickly reset the gamepad. Sometimes that's a problem. If any one of you is using keyboard, just tell me. That should be working now. Both of them are ready, and see your characters we'll see. And will be Marie for Greyjaw. And Pikachu thinking about it, going with Yatek. So again we see Yatsek, and now the first Marie. Let's see how she will perform with these weapons. Actually, in real life, you basically will never see a rapier, because you are not allowed to stab if you have a core in the weapon, because of safety things. That's obviously different here, but that's why. You will never see a rapier in the real life, or at least not a stabbing rapier. There are some workarounds, making it the point a little more safe. As we can see here, she has a little thicker point. At least in some camera views. But let's focus now on the matchup. 3-2. Oh no, 3-3. Marie strong as always, but Pikachu able to get into range. Yeah, getting punished. But let us say they get riposted, but it seems like Marie's leg had cripple, but don't kill. And that's why we see not a lot of cripples in this mode, because most of the leg types having a medium amount of damage, which is enough here, but Marie's leg types having basically no damage, one of the only attacks who can cripple in this mode. Again, getting the blade beat, and both hitting each other but doesn't kill, and it ends in a double. The jet attack, getting back his mobility, and now Marie stabbing to the side, and Yatsek making it 4-5. Same as always against Marie. She's playing with her range, these stabs, and the opponent trying to get into range, into slashing range, which is easier said than done. Now, she can be tremendous, but some characters hard counters them. I don't know if Yatsek is one of these hard counters, at least for now it doesn't seem like that. But matchup, you don't see that often. Now, trying with the stabs, which can be a good tool against Marie. But you have to be careful, if the stab doesn't land, she can riposte with a stab of her own. Then is able to blade beat some of these stabs, but it's not able to capitalize on it, and a nice triangle getting the 8 flags, and now make it 5-9. Match point to Gager. Again, Leckard crippling Yatsek, but he gets into range with his little jump with the attack, making a 6-9. We see a lot less doubles here. Marie, known as a character who has not a lot of double potential because she has low HP and her attacks either kill or she loses the trait. And now trying with the side stabs, but step goes in, doesn't kill. Now faking this one, but she gets tired, again, step land, doesn't kill. And it ends in the double. One of the few things, if Marie is able to graze, she can make the double, and 7-9 after the hit from Pikachu. Trying these step back into lunge forward attacks, but it seems that on the cusp of the range but right outside, and now 8-9, both jumping in. Marie's attack often comes with a bit of forward movement, at least when she's placed in the center line. And if she can't hit something, it's dangerous for her as she's jumping in range of a lot of characters. Trying the blade beat elbow, but can't do anything with it. Now playing for a little bit of a longer range here, Greyjaw. And faking this side Y. Hatchback being able to push back, and it ends in the double. Stab to the chest, again slash to the right side of my Wii. I'm trying with a lot of sidestep, getting into range, but getting out of it again. And now, this double phase. This Marie is able to sneak in the stabs to the chest. And now, being able to get to the head in Great Jaws, getting his first win. We'll switch sides. So, Pikachu now on the left side. Pikachu now on the right side, Great Jaws now on the left side. So yeah, switch sides. Let's see how each one will react. Seems like it's Isabelle for Pikachu. And we'll see a Jendrik. Let's see how Jendrik comes from here. I would expect that Jendrik is not the... Oh, that was really close. He's not the best, as he normally just advances because of his high damage, which a lot of characters having here. And his lack of auto guard punishes him hard when he gets hit. It seems he doesn't reset right, at least after double, both of them stay really close. It doesn't seem to really factor in the long range of both of them. And now Kratos getting a little bit back into the corner. So, Isabelle with a nice back attack. Jendrik always dangerous, fast movement speed, and you have some long ranging attacks with a lot of damage. And again we see here, which can snipe the hand, especially of Isabelle. And now, nice attack, back. Again these wobbles into the attack. Seems to work nice for Greyjaws. But this kick gets hit with a high guard. And now a double. High guard again with the range, and both hit, but Jendrik only hit with the stick. He hit with the X-Tat, making it 7-5. Pikachu with the high guard, more range, but not that fast, and getting left arm, making it 7-6. Again with these long guard attacks, but gets sniped to the hand, making it 7-7. And again the problem that Jendrik has, often with his long ranging attacks, he doesn't hit with the X-Set, but here he does with a jumping attack. Close and good block at first, but now 9-8. See if we'll see a match 3. But here the X-Set hit, 9-9. Jump attack, back doesn't hit. Again jump attack, but now the upcut. Getting the win for Isabelle. We go to a match 3. Pikachu getting a close win. Now the left side, Greyjaws on the right. Pikachu now going with Hassan against Marie. I would say a good advantage here for Greyjaws. Marie, her stabs really good against Hassan because of his guard, really high guard. He basically has to long guard to have a chance to blocking them. But let's see how he'll be able, if he's able to upset the odds. Getting a first flag here, but getting sniped to the end doesn't end in a kill, but it ends in a double. Now second Hassan we see today. Gets stabbed 2 times. And now with a nice feint, one of his long range attacks, getting into range, taking a second flag. He was not thinking about a way to get through this long guard. Is not able to for now, but punching here is a more aggressive play. Again, it's not that familiar as there's not that big of a hit indicator when you hit someone and doesn't kill. A lot of especially newer players don't know that, and ducking under the attack, now catching Hassan in the dash in, and now the back Y making it 4-4. It's one of the big problems Hassan can face against Marie. His Y and X cuts are really high, and Triangle can duck under a lot of these attacks, as we've seen here. But as we've seen before, if she whiffs it, Hassan can pretty safely advance into range and punishes for her. Now it's a close matchup. Back Y getting the kill. Now dashing in, 2 hits and no kill. Really rare in this mode, but the third one finishes it. Trying the stab. Triangle, and that's the thing. Triangle of Marie, one of the longest recovery times I would say in the game, but a quick second flag, making 7-9, 8-9. Trying to leg sweeps that worked good in the first match. Faking and getting blade beat, both of them are careful. And here leg cut into the back Y, and close matchup, Greyjaw takes it. We get 1-2, Pikachu with a nice performance on Hassan, but not able to get the flag. So, as we wait. So we now will wait with Venta fights, so Info has to wait a little bit longer. And we'll go to the fight Mechanics versus Sava Graus. Mechanics is here. And Sava Graus also here. For this match, Mechanics will start on the left side. And Sava Graus on the right side. I think Mechanics will need keyboard, yeah. So we get it. And we'll start with the second round. mechanics seem to work. Let's see if we have to reset the keyboards again. Seems like it. See if it works now for Salvagos. Okay, seems to work for now. He's taking Sava. And mechanics will probably go with Tarnowski. Yes. So it's a second Tarnowski. Salvagos will fight. You see how mechanics will be able to work against him. And here, being able to punish long attacks from him. Now, one of the few things where the left foot forward guard of Tana can block things is long attacks from the top. So I was getting back into the corner. Phoenix looking for an opening. Nope. Now here, being able to putting some pressure on Salvagos, but Salvagos also a little bit more than a defensive player. And now a nice combination into the upcut, making it 2-2. Mechanics a fan of this left foot forward attack. And now a nice sidestep from the dagger, getting ahead of Sava. But here, Sava being nimble, is able to sidestep these fast top A. Again, both looking for the opening. And these fast attacks, the attacks where the opponent doesn't expect where Tarnowski is fast, are ones where you can capitalize a lot. Changing between these 1 tempo, 2 tempo things. Here's a double. And now Sava trying to find an opening there, respecting the range that Tarnowski has. But yeah, mechanics has to be careful not to throw too much. Tarnowski can get tired after that. But is able to recover his stamina now. With a nice Y sidestep, getting his 5th win. Again, the A card, it's really fast for Tarnowski, but it gets to basically no guard. And Sava able to capitalize on it. Now the X into B, ends in a double. It's faking here, getting the attack, but can't capitalize it at a nice 2 tempo YX, getting the kill. Trying the 2 tempo again, but this time Sava's ready. Nice high swipe. Again, mechanics looking for this switch up from 1 tempo to 2 tempo moves. And Sava trying to get in range. Now a nice Y cut. I think it's 7-5. Yes. Yeah. Both yet with similar pressure, but Shanik's able to get these kills. They get 8-5. And again, this 2 tempo YX cuts. But stab from Sava. Sava with, some would say, mediocre stabs. But it worked here. Now 9-6. Let's see if mechanics can capitalize on it. But the left Y, a nice move, but doesn't land. But stab pokes here. Doesn't kill Sava. And a block, and it ends in a double. So close, and shank, making it 9-8. That's the downside of the training mode. He's going to range again at the edge of the map. Sometimes it doesn't work, and Sava with a nice left side step, making a 9-9 fight. Now mechanics, faking these long wire cuts, and it works here, punishing the side step and winning this round 10-9. So switching sides now, Sava on the left side, mechanics on the right side. So yeah, switch sides. We stay at the same opponents. Or not. Let's see. Let's try again. Same size as it. We have the same matchup again. Let's see. Last one was 10-9. Let's see if this one will be as close as the last one. Getting these B cuts, taking a lot of range with the left foot forward stance. And here's. I try to be a little bit tired, but not tired enough, getting the block into the Y cut. Again, taking range, but can't be too predictable. Sava able to capitalize on it. Again, jumping back and forth. Threatening it cut, and now the XX doesn't land. But the forward beam, these upcuts. Trying again, and the leg cut kills here. Again, Marie seems to be the only one who can cripple. The high chop. Left A, but everything ends on a nice exchange, but not a kill, and the sidestep Y getting Tana his fourth win. Stab to the poke. Again, going back to the left side, left foot forward, faking these Y cuts. It has to look on the stamina. With a rare step from the left foot forward, but Sava with his fast swings, getting the first one, but it ends in a double. Tarnowski still able to do a lot of damage with his attack even when tired. Trying the Y again and making a double again. Again, one of the rare steps Tana's doing from his left foot forward. And now again, Shining's throwing a lot of things. Trying to bait the attack, but this one was a little bit out of measure. But getting his flag right back with a back X. Forward one. Tried here, I think anti-circle was it, but Sava able to capitalize, and now again from the low guard. And both staying at a pretty close range, and it ends in a double. And faking these attacks, and then trying with a surprise when he really throws them, but Sava able to block. But again, this anti-circle or circle attacks, basically circle when he comes from the top, anti-circle when you come from the bottom. A move that sometimes is difficult to use. Nice slash here from Sava. And again, mechanics taking away space with the B cuts. But now gets shanked at 7-7. Sava or Savagals able to get into these downtimes of mechanics attacks, but here he punches the sidestep. Taking the lead again. Both get grazed. And now the delayed cut is now the match point for mechanics. And snipes the hands here, getting the win 7-10. Advances to the semi-final. So, as Venator is here, we go to the last fight of the first round, which is Info versus Venator. So, Venator is here, and Info is also here. So, Info will need keyboard. I think Venator doesn't. Yes. And for the fight, Info will be on the left side. And Venator on the right side. Let's see for which character Venator will go. Info most likely will take Marie. Everything is working at least. Alright, we'll select the gamepad. That seems to fix a lot of issues. Yes, it does. And we'll see Isabel versus Marie. Both their mates, but Isabel really good against Marie. Let's see if it's in this mode the same. Getting the jump in with the wildcard here. But ends in double, Info trying to dash into the range. And now again it's double, but no, both are really close. And separate. Stab. Ends in double again. Yeah. There's a thing with Marie Info landing a lot of these dash in stabs, not with the point. I know that's the corner. And that's a problem with the mode. Info trying to get out of it. But Isabel is the hardest matchup for Marie, and we now see here why that's the case. Getting through the, with every attack getting through the guard, at least it seems like that. But now, Info getting that sidestep. Now, expecting the corner, but getting 2 flags. And now in this third one, is able to punish these whiffs from Venator. But there's steps to the side, and then they're getting the 9th one. But when they're being really aggressive in this corner, Info able to punish it a little bit. But slash into the stab wins the fight for now. So we switch sides. Enter now on the left, info on the right. And the matchup stays the same. Let's see how those two now perform now. Both now knowing what worked, what didn't work. It's a little bit of stamina thing. And getting stepped again. When they're jumping back, trying to recover. If we're not able to get close to the distance, and they're a little bit back. Now double. To left A from Marie. One of her side steps, but snap cut still as dangerous as ever, and a lot of Isabels that going through the guard of Marie. But Infurious seem to be able to punish some of her whiffs, trying to push, but when they're jumping out of it. Now getting into it after the taunt. With the stab, Coliseum. Now 6-1. Again. 7-1 now. Stab. Slash into stab. Wasn't enough. Triangle hits but doesn't kill. Side stab misses. But second stab lands. We're in again in the corner, but in this situation Venter sometimes is over aggressive, but stabs to the face, now slash to the arm, make it 9-2. And knee to the face into the X card. And Venter takes his round. Advances to the quarterfinals. Now we will go with Subu versus Abia. Let's see if both of them are here. Abia connecting. And Subu also connecting. So we will have Subu on the left side. And Abia on the right side. I will just quickly set the gamepad, and here we go. See if everything is working. Subu goes on the left side and Abia will be on the right side. Alright. Let's try resetting it again. Maybe now it works. Yeah, now it seems to work. And it will be Jan for Subu. And Bia will stick with Barabash. It seems that some people are having a little bit of a ping problem. It's unfortunate, but with German into it, not unexpected. So we'll see not a Bauer mirror, but we see sometimes with match between those two, but the Jan versus Bauer. And again, if it's just a short pause, just assume it's the other one trying to skip the death animation, or it is the end of round animation. Here we are back to seeing a lot of doubles. And the leg cut kills here. Are we able to get into range, and Subo has the range advantage in the matchup a little bit. Jan known for having a better fight in the center, better steps, but Barabash having the better side steps. Which doesn't mean that Jan has bad side steps, and also doesn't mean that Barabash can't fight in the center. 3-3 between those two, Jan getting a little bit tired, but getting the step through the dash. Again, the step, the longer saber, able to nick the sword arm of Barabash. Not here. And getting under the guard again. A nice sidestep from Abir, getting past that long chop. Making it 6-4. Again, now the chop overpowers Jan's guard. Back and forth between those two. Going through the arena. Trying with a feint. And Subo again playing the range advantage, but has to be careful. Sidestep working again for Abir, making it 6-6. There's a lingering sword getting a hit, but yeah, nicking the arm of Bauer here. But a quick answer, 7-7. A lot of double potential you see here again. And a close fight between those two, 7-8. As we've seen, this model, the combos from Barabash can be really long, especially these YY. So we have to have an eye on that, so it's not a double flag. Now Abir taking the lead, 7-9. But the stab making it 8-9. Close matchup between those two, as expected. Stab a little bit too close, but the corkscrew catching Barabash in the side stab. Now, double close, Jan the first one to hit. See, Subo still flirting with those stabs, and Barabash countering with the chop. And now again, ends in a double, both chops land. Side stab, got blocked, and again, a double. Looking for that opportunity, seeing himself in range, and now the stab lands, and the slash from Abir doesn't kill, and Subo takes the early lead. So now Abir will be on the left side, and Subo on the right. Subo staying with Jan. Abir staying with Barabash. Last round, really close. Let's see if this one is the same. Both now firmly knowing their character in this mode. Knowing how the other will react. And again, these stabs from Jan are a menace. But that's the advantage Jan has in this matchup. You see, and Abir takes showing now what Barabash's advantage is. He can sidestep these steps. Has to be careful, but it is possible. And both with nautical. I thought it got the double here, but a little bit delayed. Another chop catches Jan in the step. And again a double. The matchup basically comes down to a timing thing. If Abir is able to sidestep the step, as we've seen here, it's really dangerous for Jan, but he has to be on time to not get nicked in the animation. And so we're able the last 2 times to make it. Let's see if Abir can find a good counter here. Again, with a sidestep, as we've seen. Now, get this. Jan able to snipe the hand, making it 3-5. And now there's a back attack 3-6. The sidestep works, step a little bit not in range. Y cuts. Again. Both looking at knowing the range of both characters pretty well. And again a sidestep from Abir, making it 5-6. And again, punishing the step, making it 6-6. But now, Jan able to recover with the back attack, taking the flag. Another sidestep, but this one to to the right side. And this step nicks but doesn't kill. But this one will. There's a second nick, 6-8. We are trying sidestep, but has to be careful. 6-9. Now leg void attack hits and a step enters round. Super takes it 6-10. So now we'll go to the next matchup, which is Oak versus Max. So Max with a nice performance against Landsknecht now has to face Oak. Again, Max will stay on the left side because of his keyboard, and Oak will stay on the right side. In this game, it's not that big of a difference, so that is no problem. Both of them are here. So, I think both of them will need keyboard, which are getting now. Let's hope it doesn't fuck anything up with it. Again, Max on the left side, Oak on the right side. Max staying with Sam, it worked nice. Now going with Marina. Said he will try out this tournament. First shield character here, let's see how she will perform. Especially with the buff damage. Marina often having problems with low damage, but here she should be not that bad. And Max doesn't, I would say, doesn't have that much experience against her in the sharp mode. She's not the most played character, as are both shield characters. So he has to find a way with Sam to get through her right side the taker flags. Or to the leg. Oak. Lot of the wildcards. But gets nicked in the hand here. 2-3. And now around the shield. 3-3. Tying it up. And it's back. While for Max taking the hill. Oak being the more aggressive player here, but Max able to defend good. 4 on both sides, leg gets blocked, and Max being able to get out of the corner. And here, with the 2 cards, Marina gets the lead. That's a YX, back X I would say. Making it 5-5, a really close matchup here. Again, Oak with a little bit more pressure, but Sam throwing a sword behind Marina, which is not a kill. Often frustrating for the player, but that's how the game works. Jumping forward, and leg void attack doesn't work. Marina with a little bit of a lead. But again, quick tie from Sam. But these wildcards getting blocked by the shield and Marina winning the trade. Oak looking for this jump, a little bit of jump in attacks from Marina. Getting here out of measure for Max. And now the double. Trying the feint, but again the back attack gets blocked by the shield. Nice exchange here, and Sam getting the kill. Trying to catch Marina off guard here after she whiffed that attack. And now circling to his left side. Yep. Nice exchange here, no kill for yet. And Sam a little bit tired, hitting the leg, but it was not enough and it ends in a double. And Sam now in the corner, but getting out of it. But we are jumping forward, nicking Sam by the head. Yeah, we can just go to rematch, or if Oak wants to stay with the same character, if not you can go out. But it seems like both of them wanting to stay with those characters. So it will be round 2 of Marina versus Sam. And starts with 1-1 on both sides. Let's see if, after a bit of trading, Max has found a way. A little bit more experience now against Marina. With nice attacks. Sniping the hand, not once but 2 times here. But if Marina gets close, she's good. Because she has the damage now to convert her attacks into a kill. And these covered attacks, her B cards, really good here. A lot of Sam's attacks, at least the attacks that Max is using come from the top. And she blocks these attacks and delivering a strike of her own. But for now, Max with a slight lead, 6-4. Able to nick that hand. And with this delayed strike from the left side. Again, back attack making it 8-4. And now the leg strike goes into the double. But these B cards are a menace of Marina. But now 9-5. Let's see if Max can convert that. And he gets the flag. Again, if you want to change character, you can just escape out. But if you want to stay, yeah, if you want to stay, so we have the last one. And Marina takes the first flag. That's a double. Let's see, first one was close. Second fight a little bit more decisive, but the first two flags go to Oak and Marina. Let's see how Max can handle a little bit more pressure on him, as he's playing Oak with much more experience and is more familiar with these situations. And nice back axe getting the hand. And it's these back axe and delayed cuts that basically won him the round last time. Let's see if he can use them again, or if Oak is able to play around it and getting into range. He gets it. But this delay card, great swing, getting the hand, but the long guard seems working great against that. As Marina holds her shield a little bit more forward, but Max ready for the push, and with a back axe, making it 3-4. Again, the thing he found he's now pretty reliant on. If he blocks the first strike, getting that back attack in. Another leg, void, was avoided, and a double in the center of the arena. Trying the hand snipe, and the delayed cut. Now getting a little bit tired, and Marina able to nick the foot. 5-5 again, tied. Another covered stab, not in range. Sam getting a little bit tired here. And the delayed cut gets blocked. And now Oak gets the lead. And the sidestep try gets punished with sidestep Marina. But the leg cut making it 6-7. And a back axe 7-7. Really close matchup, really good fight from both of them. Okay, now working with feint, and the back axe from Max gives him the lead. Now backed a little bit into the corner, which is not always a bad thing. Not the cool here. Unlucky for him, and it's 8-8. Game not registering, but 9-8. Max now with the chance. And the late card gets him. He wins against Oak with, I'd say, a pretty big upset, and advances to the semifinals. So, I think it's the first time we'll see Max in the semifinals. Let's see who we're facing. The last fight of the second round will be Venator against Greyjaws. We're getting through this fight pretty fast, which I expected from the mode like this. So both of them are here. So let me double check if, yeah, I think both of them just use keyboard. So it will be Venator on the left side. And Greyjaw on the right side. See if everything works, or I would guess we have to reset the keyboards again. So again, Venator on the left side, Greyjaws on the right side. If everything works correctly. We're going with Isabel, and Greyjaw is picking Marie into it. Bold choice from him. As I said before, Isabel considered as the biggest Marie counter, but let's see if he can find a way. These wildcards going through to the leg. Now the B upcut getting went to the kill. And now one of the few ways to cripple someone here with a Marie B cut to the side. And Greyjaw is getting the first flag. But the problem with the B cut, it doesn't kill. And so Marie loses every trade with it, but back Y. Inventor has Marie again in the corner. That's the thing with Marie struggles here, it seems. She's not the best in pushing the advantage, especially against the bell, and triangle misses here. And gets 7-3. Sidestep. Now leg cut. Isabel highly grazed. And Greyjaw is able to capitalize on it. Both swipes to the side. And he gets out of the corner. But the B card catches him in his attempted sidestep. Now 9-4. And the slash into step gives Venator the first win. So we switch sides. Greyjaw's now on the left side and Venator on the right side. Venator staying with Isabel as expected, and Greyjaw's going with Jendrik. We've seen this matchup before. It's pretty much if Jendrik is able to get with the X-Stat, he gets the kill, but if he's not, Isabel wins the trade. And what we've seen also before, Jendrik doesn't get a lot of distance from the game. He seems to stay really close. And now 1-2. And the back attack, tying it. Venator still playing aggressive. And it doesn't end in a double. And Venator takes the early lead with 2-4. But not a kill here. And X hit not in the first one but in the second one. And the double, trying to deck under it, but this Damocles hit. And again the dash forward into back Y, tying it. With the up card catching Jendrik off guard. And again a double. Both immediately backing away, knowing how dangerous it is. A left foot forward. High guard attack doesn't fall. Isabel doesn't fall the sword that low. She stays at head height. And a nice attack to the head with the axe, tying it, but Venator answering in kind with a Y cut. And a rare block from Jendrik, making 6-6. And now 7-6 for Greyjaws. Both the same idea. Down cut into back, and Jendrik wins this trade. 8-6 and 9-6 strike from the left. Give Greyjaws the lead, but 9-7 the swipe to the leg doesn't working. Venator dashing from side to side, hoping to catch Jendrik off guard. Like here, getting the Damocles hit in, an 8 and okay, leg, but they both seem to work again. That's at least for me a little bit laggy. Let's hope. Wait for a second. The moment doesn't influence anything, but let's hope it stays not that big. It seems like, yeah, we're waiting for a second. Super seems to have lost control. I mean Venator. Let's see if it works when I just reset the gamepad. If both you can control the right character now. If not, which I expect here, we'll just go with one flag on both sides, so we just basically restart the match and go to the first flag who wins this one. Yeah, Venator, you can reconnect. Here he is. We reset the gamepad so everything works correctly. And so reminder, Greyjaw on the left side, Venator on the right side, and it will be a who wins the first flag wins this round. If Venator wins it, we have a second win. If Greyjaw wins it, we will go to match 3. But let's hope everyone can. Alright, we reset once again. If it's working now. If not, Greyjaw, we try that to reconnect as well. Maybe that helps. Let's see. Yeah, here he comes. Let's reset the keypads one more time. And again, Greyjaw on the left, Venator on the right. Let's hope it works now. Which it doesn't seem to be the case, which is pretty annoying. So we'll just try to reset everything, so just will restart the game. Maybe it was somewhere like there. So let's see if now, yeah, Greyjaw seems to be able to select. Let's see if Venator can select as well. If not, I will reset gamepads once again. Let's see if it's not now possible. Yeah, handpick Yandick with Isabel, and it will be a fight. The first flag wins the last round. We're sorry for breaking up the rhythm, technical difficulties. So let's see if Venator is able to finish it quickly, or we go to match 3. And Venator getting it, punishing this fake attack and advancing in a close fight between Yandick and Isabel to the second round. So, 4 fights left. Pretty quick tournament here. And we'll go for the first semi-final, which is Mechanics versus Subutai. So, mechanics for your information, it was a little bit of a technical problem, so just had to restart the game and reconnect the players, but everything is working now. So we go to your semi-final versus Subotai. Mechanics is here. Also the mechanics on the left side. And it will be Subotai on the right side. So both of them are here. Mechanics will get his keyboard. And again, mechanics on the left side and Subu on the right side. Everything seems to work fine. Subu staying with his Jan. Mechanics going with Father Zera. First Zera of the night. Let's see how he will perform. Now, Jan having an opponent with equally good steps. And equally good range, but nicks the hand here, still relying on that good step of Jan. Let's see how mechanics will be able to counter it. Here's a double after the step. Both misses. Getting a little bit tired. Pushing in, but back X. Trying it at one both, and a nice sidestep from Subu, dodging the attack from Father Zera and taking the lead. Both looking for that stab or sidestep, and the X stab gets the kill, and sidestep makes a double. Mechanics able to play at the range. But with Subu and Jan gets in with the saber and the long chop, he has a problem. We're both playing at range, and a nice forward attack gets Jan the kill. It seems like the game doesn't care about the range of the weapons as it comes to resetting the distance. Especially after the doubles, and no kill for Jan here, but really tiny Zera. Threatening the holy stance. And Father Zera seems to reliably be blade beating Jan, and it ends in a double. Let's see. Mechanics getting out of the corner. And trying to stab, but the recovery time gets punished. Now the double from this attack forward to the back attack. Again, Subu trying to stab the hand. Against long swords, it's a pretty good tactic, as the handguard is not the best. And Mechanics trying to find an opening, looking for these back X cuts, and landing one here. The back attacks of both longswords really good, but the other one gets the initiative from it as you're going backwards. You have to be careful not to get backed into a corner. Again here, nicking the hand of Zera. This curved sword going under the handguard. And again. Subu trying to hand snipe and Mechanics looking for an angle for a back X. But here, Jan gets the attack in first. Windmill, but he is now hitting it. It's these 1 tempo, 2 tempo things that can catch people off guard. And these really close blocks. Trying to stab, but again gets called out from the recovery. Now 6-9. And unlucky here for Jan, throwing this slash over the head of Zera. But the stab finishes the round 7-10. We're switching sides now. And Mechanics now on the right side and Subutai on the left side. Subu staying with Jan. It's working pretty well here for him. And Mechanics goes back to Tarnowski. One of the really interesting matchups, in my opinion. Let's see how Mechanics will work this one. And nice combination here. Now trying to work with the side steps. But have to be careful. Jan can be pretty aggressive against Tarnowski. And it's a job of Tarnowski to call him out if it doesn't work. One is a now nice back attack. Now faking sometimes with CY, trying to get Jan to swing. And Tarnowski really good at punishing these forward attacks from Jan. But has to be careful. His stab, way more range. And I would say Tarnowski pretty good against Jan. And now a nice XX combination. Trying the sidestep, but this left A cut, really special use case. Now both trying for fish for the hand, and XX doesn't land. And now Jan takes the flag. Sometimes really frustrating with Tarnowski, but nice late cut. Because of Tarnowski's wide swing, more often than not in his close matchups he throws the attack over the head of his opponent. Now, as you see him, let's see a little bit buggy mode. Super was able to throw another attack as Tarnowski recovers, but he doesn't hit, so it's okay. And now it's tied at 7. Close match between those two, and dash stab. Risky move, but it gets a kill here for Mechanics. And the YX gets called out here. 8 on both sides. Going back to his left foot forward roots. And ends in a double. And the chop. Again, Tarnowski swings too wide. And with this, Super takes it, advancing to the finals. And now we go to the second semi-final, which is Venator, who was everyone expecting there, and also Max. Really good performance of tournament from him. Let's see if he's able to win against Venator now. Venator is here. And as we only have 4 players connecting, but now here we go. It's just waiting for Max to connect. Let's see. So as always, if Max plays, Max will be on the left side, Venator on the right side. Here he is. So Max will get his keyboard. And we'll go into the last semi-final for today. Again, Max on the left side, Venator on the right side. Max staying with Sam, Venator staying with Isabel, both of them. Really good performance on the characters. Let's see if Max will be able to beat Venator on his Isabel pick. Getting tired from this. It was something strange. Let's see. If it was a game thing, or if alright, just back away and we'll see if Max can throw the attack. So Venator can just go back and see if Max, if you can throw attacks or if it's not working. If not, so yeah, seems to work for both. So we'll resume now. Let's see if no, fine. Yeah, seems to be fine. Go back to the matchup. And the snap guard gets Venator his first flag. Max again trying his delayed swing. Worked well for him in the last matchups. And now a double. Venator's being very knows how dangerous they are, and the high guard goes through the guard. And step. Nice side step here from Venator. Dashes. Not a good tracking from Sam here. And again the snap cut. But nice dash now for Max. Dodging the side step, but dash in, gets punished with the upcut. There's a double. Here now, Venator looking for the double class and double. Trying the step, not successful. But the Y cut goes down to the leg. Here's 6-1. And side A into snap cuts. And Poster di Donna Venator is for now in command of this duel. But here, Max now getting a second flag. Just to look and snipes the hand again. Looking for the side step, but gets called out here. But these delay cuts, dangerous. Okay, 4-9. And now the back axe. Take another one. Leg cut doesn't land, snap cut also doesn't land. Stab a little bit out of range. Get snap cut, doesn't go through. Again, Max trying to snap the hand, but this time Venator takes snap cut. Again, Venator, if you want to change, go out. If not, you can just fight. As the sides stay the same, rematch is an option here, and the late cut gets blocked, and the back attack from Venator lands here. But now leg cut, tying it for Max 1-1. And the delayed cut, sniping the hand again. So now Venator looking with left foot forward for these snap cuts. Come out really fast, but Sam staying close, getting to Isabel's head. That's also an interesting thing with this mode. Nice upcut here. You stay in the left foot forward or right foot forward stance when you finish, so if you lose in the for Venator on the left foot forward, he stays in the left foot forward. Above. Dashing to the side and snap cut punishes the delayed cut. Possibly don't try, but back attack is fast enough. And again the hand snipe here. Max now really good knows the range of this attack. But Venator now with the snap cut able to punish it if it whiffs, so both have to be careful how to throw their attacks here. Again, longswords start pretty close to each other, as the game doesn't recognize that they have longer ranges. And Venator able to get 2 attacks in. But Max still retaining a lead now, 6-5. Looking for the delay cut and cuts the hand here. But I don't think Venator wants to throw that, but he gets out of the situation with a back leg attack. Something that sometimes happens when you want to quickly switch into the high guard attack from either ball, that you throw this weird sidestep attack. But now it's 8-7. Let's see if Max can make it to a game 3, but now 8-8. 2 flags for the win, and Max taking the lead, 9-8. Trying to back X, delayed cut, doesn't land. Upcut, and the snap cut punishes him. Now 9-9. And the back attack from Max takes the win, and we go to a game 3. Close matchup. Let's see if Max is able to complete the upset for today, but gets tired here and Venator takes the lead. Venator still favorite. As Max probably feels the not often in this situation in the semi-final, last flag against Venator. Let's see how he will perform here. Venator taking early lead. Still using that snap cut. You know, he doesn't get punished with the delayed cut, but now the back attack. 1-2. Again, snap cut. Oh. Long guard, if it's work, everything is okay for you. Let's see Max having a little bit of a problem. Seems he has some problems with controls, but I don't think there's a way to solve it. Again, I'm not that surprised that German internet is not the best, but let's see how this will end. Trying to again late cut, but Venator being patient, and now ends in a double. Again a double, a little bit lucky for Max here, as his attack comes second. And Lingering Blade from Venator gets the kill here, taking the lead. And now the back attack after that high guard strike seems to be working good, and the late cut getting Max another flag. Venator dashing from side to side and punishing the whiffs, especially from the left foot forward. Again trying the hand, but didn't land as a high guard. And Sam winning this exchange in this close range. Saber a little bit superior, but the upcut gets to the head. Now, snap cut doesn't land and the foot attack goes through. That's the thing with the snap cut. It's really fast, as you can see here, but you can duck under it sometimes. And lingering blade. Not enough for a kill, but enough for a stun. Blade cut toy again, and now Venta 9-5. And this snap cut takes the win. Max, we can stay just here, as we will go now to the battle for place 3. And it will be after 2-1 with Mechanics versus Max. Here is Mechanics, and again Max will be on the left side, Mechanics on the right side. So let's see how these two players will perform. I'll quickly set the gamepad, as it seems today that's a requirement. So again, Max on the left side, Mechanics on the right side. Wait, I was forgetting that. Now you have your keyboard, and both seems to work. And both go with their main characters. And we have again Sam versus Tarnowski. Let's see. Both newer players in the community, now in the place for Pledge 3. Mechanics performing really well this month, having nice performances in the past. Let's see how Max will play here. I think it's at the moment the highest he's gotten so far, at least in my experience, but let's see if he can get, I think, his first medal in the Hellish Quart tournament. Getting a first kill here. And again, this back X, Tarnowski, really weak against these X attacks. Because of a sword hold. But if he gets in it, and if he can land the attacks, normally it's a pretty even matchup, at least with sharp weapons. But Max seems on a roll today when it comes to this mode. First unlucky as the attack bounces off the head, but gets the kill anyway. Mechanics still trying to make that fast A attack work, but don't seem so, and now Max with a decisive lead, 8-1. But now it works. It doesn't get through the guard, but if the opponent isn't guarding, obviously it lands. But Max really nice performing, knowing the range of the attacks. Wants to match up, at least how Max is playing it, where Sam having the advantage. Mechanics for you again, if you want to change, just go out to the menu. Yeah. And we'll change characters. Yes, yeah. All good. If you want to just pick your character. The thing is, as we don't have to switch sides when Max is playing, he all times goes for the rematch. But obviously the opponent has a choice to change his character. No, Mechanics go for Father's Error. Played him before. Let's see how he will perform against Sam. Nice cut here. Now Mechanics the one with the range advantage here, as he has a longsword. But Max now with the speed advantage has to play around it, and a nice whirlwind double axe gets here, but nicked into the head. Nice sidestep here, and a double. Now we see a lot more doubles, as Mechanics able to force the attacks into the ones of Max, but he now knows, especially this delayed cut attacks range, and also jumps in, and now has a lead. 4-2. And Mechanics able to blade beat, but can't follow up on it and lands in a double. Close for both here. And again a double. Max able to nick the hand, and now dodges this attack with a strike to the leg. 5-2. Yeah, forward Y from Zera. Make it 5-3. The playstyle of Max, he has to be careful when he gets tired and when he can go in, and nice back attack from Mechanics. And again, baiting with that holy stance, tying up at 5. Now goes through with it, blade beat and a back attack, making it 5-6. But now sidesteps it. And again, Max tried here to make a quick second flag, but they were able to block it. But again, the back attack works him. 6-7. Get a double. And the sidestep leg attack, tying it up once more. And now the YX combination, one of the best for Zera, giving him the lead. Now, the late cut gets blocked. 7-9. And it seems that double insta double gets more range in, so we are back to square one, and the sidestep 8-9. And now nick to the head 9-9. Let's see who wins that last flag. Be a bit more silent, as both want to concentrate on especially this one. And the sidestep from Max. Mechanics tried the X step, but doesn't work, and Max winning this one and getting 3rd place in this tournament. So, we'll go to our last fight, Subutai versus Venator. Venator already here. It's a Subutai also here. So let's see. We'll take this one. It will be Subu on the left side at the start. And Venator on the right side. I expect, yes again, Jan versus Isabel. Let's see if Subu can stay winning with her step attacks here. Isabel also can be vulnerable to them, but as we can see here, besides that, but let's see if Venator can show again with this dash Y to Y. It is most likely the two best players at the moment here. And at the moment, Venator taking the lead, punishing these steps. Again, Subu looking for the hands now, looking for the step attacks. Venator trying to punish it. And here blocks the upcut. Again. And nice spacing here from Subu, getting the dry cut to the face. Threatening the high guard. And the back axe, getting the arm of Jan. But this time the snap guard gets blocked and the riposte gets the kill. Nice exchanges here. Both characters good in fighting for that center. Trying to fight for that center. And it ends again in a double. 4-5. Now 5-5, the close matchup we expected. And both with a chop. And Subu winning this exchange. Did first attack and now stabs the hand, taking a small lead. And the end stabs to the left arm. Now a double. And double again. As Subu's in the corner, both of them down, reset that big. And Subu takes it after getting blade beat, it seems like, from the high guard, and this outer matters push into the double bar. Subu takes the first one, 10-5. So now Venator on the left side, Subu on the right side, both staying with their characters. Let's see if Venator finds a way now to make it to the third match. Nice high guard, gets the arm from Jan. Tries to punish with the long guard and the back, the snap cut and the back attack, but the yap cut gets the arm, making it 1-1. With the sidestep, but yeah, there was 2 flags. We just say it's 1-2. So if Subu wins, he has one more flag to win. So it's 2-2 now. That's, I have to say, the only annoying thing about this mode. Other than that, it's not for the main thing, but for every now and then, it seems to be kind of fun. Some characters are better, some are worse. But it's a way better experiment, it seems, than the Dynamic Master one. Now, Venator taking the lead. And now making 4-2. And so we're trying to get close, but weren't able to remain the distance, and it ends in a double. Here, punishing the dash 4-3. A dash up card, making it 5-3. Trying to punish with a high guard and a double. We're both looking for the opening. And a double again. And they're trying to remain at the range. And so we're trying for that snipes. 5-4. And the stab works here. Making it 5-5, both now tied. And now 5-6. Stab working again. And a double. Either by getting more range with a high guard, but also open to the stab. So it's a trade up. 6 both. The stab attempt again. And high guard get block. 6-7. And lingering blade making it 7 both. And Subu fishing for that stabs. And here 7-8. Again Subu needs... Yeah. So, it's 7-9. Venta needs 3 flags. Subu 1. See if Subu can mount a comeback. Getting the first one. Now 8-9. And looking for that high guard attacks. When the chop goes wide, step goes wide, snap guard doesn't connect. Both of them block each attacks. And a double. Still 8-9. And no 9-9. Again I will be more silent as both have to concentrate on this one. And in this one, Subu takes it. Really close fight in the end. And now Subu winning the tournament with a 10-9 last fight, beating Vanta in the final. So, in the end, Subu getting first place, Vanta second, and Max getting the third place in this tournament with the LARP weapons. Again, most likely next week we have the Wednesday again, but with no more normal things. But see you then, see you Friday or Saturday. Hope you have fun with this mode, and yeah, bye.